Hi, welcome back. This is this morning's bike ride along the River Wandle, my South London suburban river. 5 of us today. It's very near where the boardwalk paintings originate from. It's on the way out, going up towards Tooting and Mission Football Club. So the area is called Poulter's Park. It was a lovely morning, very cold, but still lovely. Now, how do you sort out all these greens? Well, I've got Hooker's green on my palette, and I've got some cadmium yellow and raw yellow ochre, which I'm trying out, seeing how I get on with it. So I'll put that to one side, and I'll have a go at something like it. I won't copy it because I'm going to make a lot of those background trees blue. And I'm going to go back to the hake for this, and possibly I'll use some sponges. I don't know, but anyway, I'm going to wet the paper all over. This is very good paper. This is the Arches £300 stuff. Just give it a little bit of a wet. It's all right using the mops for some things, but for texturing, the hake is second to none, in my opinion and experience. Okay, that'll do. Right, we'll use a bit of ultramarine. No, before we do, we'll use a bit of that ochre in the sky and put it in the water where the water's going to go. So look, I don't think this is a very good, it's years old. This is the yellow ochre. It's artist quality. Winsor & Newton artist quality, but I don't think it's that good. I think it's not as good as the raw sienna that I use in watercolour. I use yellow ochre in the acrylic and oil, if I do oil. Oh, that's quite bright there. Right, we'll put in a bit of blue on that. Nice bit of blue. The artist quality will always be better than the student stuff, of course it will, but this is fine for demonstrating, and get that all the way up there. Let's have a bit of red in that sky, I think a little bit of light red. Put that in the water. Okay, want that off the bottom. I saw to that angle, it's just a little bit too steep. Oh, sorry, oh dear. Oh, how many times have I done that? Well, anyway, you haven't missed much, apart from me talking. Right, while that is soaking in, I'll just sort of dry this mop brush, this large squirrel mop, and let's just lift out a few clouds. I'm only doing this because I saw Charles Evans do it. A great demonstrator, Charles. Superb. It doesn't suck out the pigment like blotting with tissue paper. It tends to leave a hard edge, but anyway, let's just leave that to dry. But it looks okay because it blends in. There's still some paint left in it, so let's just put another bit up here. That's tending to dry out there like it anyway. Okay. Right, that'll do. Let's think about putting in some background. So I'll put in some blue and red in my background. There's quite a high horizon, so let's go up here. This is wonderful paper, this Arches. I mean, it's so superior to any other paper I've ever used. Leave some sky holes. This will all dry 50% later. So we'll just add a little bit of yellow in with that as we come round to these. Bits here. It's a bit of approximate. And I'm going to put in some other colours in there. We've got a bank going up here, so let's put in some nice darks, some blue, burnt sienna, shadow. They go up the hill to Poulter's Park. There's a bit of yellow ochre in there as well, a bit of yellow. Lovely spring day. Okay, now we're putting our dark shadowy bits. So a bit of blue, bit of brown, bit of green. Just doubling them about. There. Dob is a painting expression. Let's go in some raw ultramarine in there. Just keep him at the distance. Okay. Hope I can finish this in one. I've got to pick the grandson up again in half an hour. For school. Right, pretty old. See in there, there's plenty of a bit of colour in there. See, that's too dark really. It will all blend in. Right, let's get a little bit more that yellow there. Right, and then we'll come up with on the other side here, nice greens, much bigger trees closing in here, and then that bank will come down here. And this one we just sort of go, and we've got all that stuff here. Right, okay, so Hooker's green, yellow ochre. Some of that in. Because the paper is so rough, it's cold pressed, it's so rough, it hits and misses, which is wonderful. Something Fabriano only does when it's dry, but this is damp, and by the time we get some textures back in that, some nice shadow bits in here. Using paints more or less straight out of the tube, or it is out of the tube. Let's get that shadow in that bank. It's dried quite a bit now. If you get some wet. The shadow, the reflections can go in later. Right, nice dark bits here. I'm happier with the hake than with the sables, and this does such lovely stuff. You just have to persevere with it until you you mask, or if you ever master anything. Got some nice dark yellow in there. Dark green, I mean. Put these greens in. Then we can start putting in the shadows to show. Right, okay, let's so that's that bank. Right, a bit more dark in there. So Persienna, the lovely hooker's green, get these darks in on the wet paint. This is all shadow area on this bank here. Underneath. Yeah, it's looking right. Right, got some nice yellowy stuff up here. I'll mix yellow ochre with bit of the green. Right, okay, let's get some green in there now. Dark, shadow. So I've now covered up a lot of that. That's where all that blackberry and all that sort of stuff is happening there. Okay, let's start working on a few reflections. Right, now those darks, right, okay. Some ripples. That's quite dark down there. Get the real darks in there now. Don't be frightened of it. I'm not scared stiff. Right, okay, while that is sort of drying off a little bit, I'm going to take some of that colour with the damp, oh, damn it. That wasn't meant to happen. Right, with a damp brush we'll just drag in, or just texture like that, just dabs let's get that. Gone a little bit too far over that one. Take it out. They're very easy to do with the hake. Bring all these ripples in. Okay, I'm going to put some trees back in there. Right, I'm going to use a sponge now to put in a sort of this bright or darker green. That might not register initially. So I'm going to merge all that there. Put some lights on first. Nice bright yellow. We can go over that with some a bit of green. Okay. Right, let's get some dark green. Something that'll register. That won't. Bit of water on there. That'll probably just blend in with the background. Doesn't matter. So I'll put some like stalks and things in. Get that nice and looking all right. Bit of ultramarine, bit of the sienna. Right, okay. Get rid of the sponge and we'll put in a little bit of a texture. I'll keep up at home. Just a bit of dark made from ultramarine and sienna. Coming up out of the bank. These do exist. Well, not exactly where I'm putting them. I'm putting them where I can get in. Where I've got some light bits. I'm just putting in the branches and the chunks. Don't need a lot, just enough to register. Okay, we won't see that much detail in there. I'm going to put a bit of dark in there, some dark greens, but where I want these to show. Try not to repeat yourself like I just have. I'm putting more in then I can see I need more dark in there, but it was lost in the wet underneath. I'm doing things with this that you couldn't really do on other papers because it's so rough. Right, let's put back to the sponge. I've got a really good dark green. So burnt sienna and hookers and some ultramarine. Right, let's get some of that in down here where we need it. The shadow. Palette green. Right, hake. Back to a bit of texturing in there, a bit of dark green in there, or blue green, so blue. Sienna. Right, I can't do much more than that. That is better than I'd hoped. Right, let's oh well, let's pull that down there. We'll put a mount on it. Sorry you missed the first couple of minutes. Well, I was just putting the sky in really. Right, the blue mount. So it's always light against dark, light against dark. And sometimes it goes a bit muddy as it has there, but because it's arches you can do so much with it. It's an incredible paper. So there we are, the River Wandle, April 25th 2017, from a bike ride, from the old men riding badly on their bikes. In fact, we come back less fit than when we go. Cup of tea, look at the fish, or whacking great carp in the river today. I think I probably just need a little bit of bank showing there. It must have been 6 or 7 pounds. No, I know it's not big for a carp, but it is in our little River Wandle. Right, right, that'll do. Just to finish it off. Okay, well thanks for looking. Grandfather duty beckons now. See you later. Bye bye.